Good morning, guys. We are back home, and I'll tell you where we were. You saw the footage of our trip. We had to go into town, and I was really hoping to capture the fall colors because they are so beautiful right now. But when we went into town, it was still dark. So when we were coming home, that's when I videoed as much as I could. But of course, it's raining again today. We have had so much rain in the last few days. So it didn't do it justice, but hopefully you can see how beautiful the trees are looking right now, and it's not going to last. Once they get to this point, then they just start falling. So the next time I do footage of me going somewhere, it'll probably be bare trees. But where we went was to the vet. Sally, my little girl Sally, this one right here, she, last week Olivia picked a tick off of her, and the reason why Olivia even noticed it was that it was on her belly, on Sally's belly, and it was a bright red spot. And so when Olivia started to look at this bright red spot, she saw this tick, and it was a weird looking tick. She said, I didn't see it, but she said it was weird. It was a different color, it was a different shape, and Sally has never reacted badly to tick bites before. So we were afraid it might be a deer tick, like a full deer tick, because I know deer ticks are tiny and you normally can't even see them. So I don't know what kind of tick it was, but anyway, that was last Wednesday, I think. And so it was, of course, late at night, and I had to work Thursday and Friday and Saturday. So I said, well, let's just watch it and we'll see. Well, by Friday, it was actually bleeding and it was still really red. And so I called the vet, and of course they couldn't get us in until today. And it was a super early in the morning appointment. Like I said, it was still dark when we were going there because our vet was only there in the mornings today. There goes Lucy. You can hear her, but you can't see her. Getting ready to go outside. So anyway, the vet decided to give her prophylactic doxycycline antibiotics in case of Lyme's disease. And while we were there, she ended up getting her just annual checkup and got her vaccinations caught up. They drew some blood to check for heartworms, and Sally also had a lump on her back of her neck that we were a little bit concerned about because of everything we went through with Pepper. So he went ahead and did a needle aspiration right there in the office and checked it on the slide, and it is benign. So we were very, very thankful for that. He said she's in really good health. The heartworm test will come back probably tomorrow, but I doubt, there's nothing to worry about there. I'm sure she does not have heartworms. And if she has Lyme's, it's being treated, and she doesn't have cancer. So clean bill of health for our puppy. After her appointment, I wanted to go over to Dollar Tree, and I got there just as they were opening up. I was actually the first person in. I just needed to pick up a few things. I have a DIY that I'm going to be working on. I'm not going to show you those items because you'll see them in an upcoming video soon. But I did pick up some gift wrap. I want to show you. They're getting all their Christmas gift wrap in. And so I got 3 rolls of each. And these are actually Hallmark gift wrap. I don't know if they were like leftover from last year and Dollar Tree bought them out. I really don't know. But I got 2 different prints, 3 rolls of each that kind of coordinate with each other. And the first one is this, looks like butcher paper, and then these adorable little Santas. They're so cute. There's a Santa with skates, candy cane skates, And it's got the holly berries and the little white dots and the candy canes. It's so adorable. And then this is also Hallmark Expressions, and it's just a really pretty plaid. And I thought these two prints went really well together. So that's the wrap that I'll be using for our Christmas this year. As you saw, I did have a cup of coffee this morning. It's the second cup of coffee I've had in months, but I was so tired. I didn't sleep very well last night. Part of it was because maybe I had a little bit of anxiety about that lump on Sally. I probably did, even though it wasn't like a conscious thing. But also because I knew I had to get up really early, and usually I just sleep till I wake up. I'm spoiled that way. I don't have to live by an alarm. And so I was so afraid I was going to oversleep and we'd be late for the appointment. Even though I set my alarm, I still, so I didn't sleep very well last night and had to get up really early. And so I ate breakfast before we went to town, but I didn't have time to drink any tea or anything. And so when I was in town, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get home and have a cup of coffee. And as you saw, I did get a French press. Let me show it to you. I had said in my last cleaning video that I wanted to get a French press coffee pot, and that where I work sell them, but of course when I went to look at them at work, they are currently out of stock, and I didn't want to wait, and so I went on Amazon and I saw this one and I really liked the looks of it with the copper looking metal, and this was less than $20, so it was very, very affordable. And it came with this spoon, which I forgot to use. Today was only the second time I've ever used this pot, and I forgot this step. Once I put the grounds and then the water in, I was supposed to stir it with this spoon, and I forgot. And then you let it set for 4 to 5 minutes, and then you press it down and drink it, and it's really good. The only thing I found with the French press that I'm just not used to, I guess, is the fact that it's not as hot as, say, when I make it in that pot, because that has a heating coil in it that keeps it hot. And so this is just sitting here with, you bring water to almost a boil. You don't want to pour straight boiling water in here, but you bring it to almost to a boil, and then you pour it in. And so by the time you actually pour it and add some creamer to it, liquid creamer, it brings the temperature down. And so I just wound up throwing mine in the microwave for like 20 seconds, and it brought it right back up to the temperature that I like, because I like my coffee, well, I like it any temperature, but when I'm starting off with a fresh cup of coffee, I want it to be nice and hot. Not scalding, but nice and hot. My hair is driving me crazy today. I need another haircut. It's getting so long on top. It just looks bushy. It's driving me crazy. So anyway, and I'm also overheated, so I think I'm going to change. I have this sweater on, which I love, the beautiful embroidery, but I'm just too hot. So I think I'm going to change out of this shirt. But I wanted to show you a couple things I did pick up from work. They just got a new line in, and I really like the line. Some of the things I'm not thrilled about, but some of the pieces are so cute, and you'll see why I like them. They are very reminiscent of Rae Dunn, and I really like Rae Dunn dishware, but it's pretty pricey, so I haven't ever bought any. But they are getting in this line, and it's called Mud Pie, and as you can see, it's very reminiscent of Rae Dunn. And oh, I don't have the price tag on this anymore. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it's a little salt cellar, and it comes with this little spoon, but I think I'm just going to leave this spoon on there, tied on there for decoration, because when you use salt, I'll use like an actual measuring spoon. But I thought that was so cute. I'm going to find a spot for it. by my stove, which is really funny because just in my last decluttering video, I was talking about I don't have any room on my counter for anything. And then I went and bought something else to put on my counter, but I couldn't pass it up. And I do get a discount at work because I'm an employee discount. So yeah, I had to get it. And then the other thing I got is also part of the Mud Pie collection. And it's a sponge holder. And it says, "Give me a squeeze." And so I've got these two sponges. I'm just going to use one when I actually put it on my sink. But yeah, I just thought that was so cute. Some of the items that they have, the sayings on them I think are kind of corny. That's why some of the pieces I don't really like. But just the simple ones I think are super cute. So as they get more of the Mud Pie things in, if I see some that I really can't live without, I will let you see what I purchased. But these two pieces I just really, really liked, so I picked them up. So today on my agenda of things to do, I want to straighten up the kitchen again, of course. I'm going to find a home for my salt cellar and get the sink cleaned and put that sponge holder on my sink. I also need to do some rearranging in my family room, or my living room upstairs, not my family room, downstairs. I try to remember, I call the room upstairs the living room and the downstairs the family room. And sometimes I say one thing and I mean another, but I mean my living room upstairs. Let me just show you. Instead of trying to explain, let me just show you what's going on. Over here in my corner, don't mind the shop vac. This is where I do my cozy corner. This is my cabinet that I have all my canning jars and things in. There is this door, and it's filthy, or I don't know, it got rusty. How does a door that's inside the house get rusty? I have no idea. But behind this door was our furnace, and we got these gas stoves. This one up here and one exactly like it downstairs. I can't even remember how many years it's been. At least, I would say at least 10 years ago we got these. And ever since we put these in, these keep our entire house nice and toasty warm for probably a third the cost that our furnace. Our furnace was not efficient. It did not heat our house very well, and it was very expensive to run. So when we picked these stoves up and installed them, we stopped using the furnace. And so this furnace closet has been sitting here for all this time, and we've been talking about for years that Scott was going to take the furnace out and install some shelving in there, and then I could keep my crock pots and my pressure cooker and my electric canner and my electric skillet and my griddle and all those things I don't have a home for in this closet, as well as my brooms and my mop and all that stuff. So on Saturday, and I'll show you that in a little way later, on Saturday Scott took the furnace out, and it's already gone. Someone who was collecting scrap metal came and got it. Scott just gave it to him for free, and Scott's going to be buying what he needs to actually turn this into a closet. And I don't know what we're going to do about the door. It's so ugly. So the first thing we're going to try is Scott's going to take the door off. He's going to try like sanding it down and painting it, and then seeing what it looks like. And if it looks ugly, we won't put it back on. The second option is to get a curtain rod, like a tension rod that goes inside, and get a really pretty curtain. Probably just something neutral, and just have a curtain hanging there. The third option is to actually get a door, but since this is a narrow door, door to fit this is over $100 because they're like a specialty door. And so I told Scott I'd rather just have a curtain than to pay that kind of money, because it's around this corner. It's just in this little corner, and that's the kids' bathroom, and nobody's really going to notice it. But anyway, this cabinet cannot stay there. So he wants me to move it. and find a different home for it. I already know where I'm going to put it, but I need to do that today. He also said I need to take everything off of this knick-knack shelf because some things, like this little guy, when he's banging and working in there, all that stuff's going to end up falling off. So I need to just take that stuff down temporarily. And so yeah, that's what I want to do today. I want to get this job done. And then the last job I wanted to get done today, and it all depends on if it stops raining, is I want to deconstruct my deck. I should have done this probably a month ago, but it was still so warm the end of September, it still felt summery, so I didn't mess with it. But I need to get all of this stuff taken down, and I want to cover this bench, cover the table with the big plastic bags, and take all the pinwheels down. Scott took the canopy down on the other day. I can't remember what day it was, Friday or Saturday. And so yeah, I need to get this deck winterized, and if it stops raining this afternoon, I'm going to work on that. But Travis is working. Travis is at work. Travis is at work, and he leaves super early in the morning, and so he does not do chores in the morning anymore. It's fallen to Olivia and I to do that, which is okay. Things change, and we're perfectly capable. So I need to go out and do my morning chores. Now, Travis does still do evening chores. It's not that complicated. He just basically goes and puts the ducks and chickens to bed. So he still does that. But yeah, we need to get out and get those morning chores done. So I'm going to go change into a different shirt, and then I'll take you outside with me. It's been a while since you've seen the critters outside. So my job now is to take care of Jenny again, which I'm kind of glad because I really miss taking care of her. The reason I stopped taking care of her is because I hurt my back, and I just simply couldn't do it. But my back is feeling better now. So we got Scott. Scott redid her little villa here, and he made it bigger. He made it bigger, and he so we're gonna put a heat light in there so she can just stay out here this winter and not have to go in the shed. Come here, chickie. Chick, 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 chick. That's Jenny's friend. He thinks he's her boyfriend, but she don't really care for him too much. And she should stay nice and cozy in here for the winter. Hey, baby, it's okay. It's okay. Why are you freaking out? There she is. And all these chickies are over here, but they get fed at the barn. That's what Olivia's gonna go do. Olivia takes care of the ducks and these chickens here. So then my other responsibility is the rabbits. To take care of the rabbits. Let's peek in the greenhouse real quick. I'll show you what's happening in here. I need to get a heater for this because I think it's been getting too cold at night. But it is. They are starting to grow. And my parsley is doing really well. But yeah, I think it gets a little too chilly in here at night, especially the nights when, like today is overcast, so it's not going to get super warm in here. So I need to get a heater. Hopefully I don't wait too long, or I haven't already waited too long. All right, let's go see the rabbits. Yeah, so Scott put the winter tarps up for them. Hey, buddy, you got food and water. I might give her a little bit more food. And then this bunny over here, this CS rabbit was in this cage. Our old bunny Sprinkles, I think I told you, he had died a few months ago. He was really, really old. So they moved CS to this cage because it's a bigger cage. And you need some water. So let me get them. I'm gonna have to put my camera down to do this, but you have plenty of food, but you do need some water. And the other rabbit, I don't think really needs anything. So but that's my chores for now since Travis is working. It's time to move that, and I'm going to move it over here on this wall. This is our front door. I really would like to center it under this picture, but I don't think I'll be able to because we don't use this door often, but I'll just have to see. I'm going to open the door up and see. I don't know. And then this little bookshelf is going to stay here for now, but when he gets done working in that inside here, then I'm going to put it over here along this wall because then I'll still be able to open up the closet door to get in there. And so it's going to go there. All of this stuff is actually Christmas decorations that from a video you will see, I think next week actually, or the week after. I don't remember. I've done a few Christmas videos, and I don't want to put this away because before long I will be decorating for Christmas. That's a picture that I took down out of my bathroom that I just need to either find a different home for or a different spot for, or a different home for, give it to Goodwill. And that's Christmas stuff too. So I'm going to have to move all of this stuff out of the way and carefully slide that over here, trying not to knock any of that stuff off. Anything I think might break, I'm going to take off. And Olivia's going to take the shop vac back downstairs. Poor Sally. She got 5 shots today. 3 vaccinations, a blood draw, and then that needle aspiration of that lump, and she's so sore now. it looks like right now with the door open. Obviously I cannot open the door all the way. I can open it up enough to get in and out, but I can't open it all the way back, which this time of year is not that big of a deal, but in the summertime we do like to have the door open more. So I may leave it like this for the fall and winter, but then come spring scoot it down, because like I said, this is going to go over there. But for right now, that'll do. I think it'll look better when that's not there, because it just looks really cluttered. But yeah, that's the plan. Now I have to get that floor swept and mopped. I can put that extension cord up, I don't need it anymore, and get all this stuff taken off of that shelf. So I'll show you inside here. Scott's going to put a kind of a floor in there. It had a hole in there for the pipe or something. And then the walls need to be cleaned and painted. And then he's going to put some shelves in there. And I'll be able to store my kitchen gadgets, which will be awesome. Well, it's kind of wet out here, but it is not raining at the moment. And it's quite chilly, but I want to get this done. So what I think I'm going to do, originally at the beginning of the season in the spring when I set this up, I thought I would just take trash bags and cover these up. And I will do that with some of them, but some of them, the flowers are looking pretty sad, like these white ones. They're pretty ugly. So, and look at this, weeds grew in here. Pull those weeds out. So I'm going to pull the weeds out, and I'm going to pull the flowers out that are yucky and throw them away, and then just leave the rest, and then put garbage bags over the top of them. And my little gnome village, I'm going to take all my little gnomes and the gnome houses inside, because I'm afraid they will not survive the freezing cold. Same with this guy. I'm going to take him in. And I have this huge trash bag that I thought I would try to cover the bench with, but I don't think it's going to work. So I think I'm going to get a tarp, or else have Scott do that. Get a tarp to cover that. We just want to kind of protect the paint job as much as we can. We still have some rust coming through, so we're going to have to repaint it next spring. But overall, it held up pretty well, and this was a really nice place to sit. So let me go ahead and get this job done. Last job of the day. take very long. I'm hoping these plastic bags just kind of protect them a little bit from the snow that we're going to inevitably get this year, and it'll be kind of interesting next spring when I uncover those, what I'll find. The 2 birdhouses, I'm going to hang those out in that tent garage, and next spring we'll clean them out and probably repaint that yellow one. That bag is just garbage. I'm going to put it in the dumpster, and this is all the gnomes and things that they're just kind of dirty, so that's why I stuck them in that bag. The lights, I have an actual container for them, but they're cold and stiff, so that they need to be brought in the house to warm up. Then I can roll them up and put them in the container that they belong in. So yeah, all done. And if you were wondering what those vines were that I was struggling with, those are volunteer morning glories. They come back every year. They drop the little seed pods in the dirt, and I'll help them along a little bit. And they come back every year voluntary, and they're really pretty. But they are kind of a pain when they go where you don't want them to. I was sitting here at my computer editing my video, and I realized I forgot to tell you all good night and end the vlog and close the vlog out. So here I am in my house coat. My hair's a mess and my makeup needs to come off right now because it's bothering me. But I'm going to tell you good night, and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope you've been enjoying Vlogtober. I can't believe that by the time you see this video tomorrow, there will only be one more day of Vlogtober left. This month has just flown by, and to be honest, there were a few times during this month that I didn't think I was going to be able to manage Vlogtober because of starting my new job and getting, you know, a new schedule and all of those things, and trying to fit it all in. But I made it, and I'm glad I did it, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this editing this vlog and get this up so you guys can see it tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me, friends, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.